This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting, brought to you by Undisputed, available on Xbox and PlayStation. I'm joined by Tommy Fury today. It's nice to see you again, Tommy. How's life treating you?
Yeah, nice to see you. Yeah, life's treating me well. I've been in Budapest for the past, month or so now. It's kind of become my second home. So, yeah, everything's good. Fit. I'm in shape. I've done a lot of hard training, and I'm as fit as I'm going to be, and everything's where it needs to be. So, I'm looking forward to getting in there tomorrow night.
Did you have a nice birthday yesterday?
It was a little bit quiet, to be honest. A lot quieter than previous birthdays, put it that way. But yeah, no, everything was good. We're here to do a job, so I've put the celebrations on hold for the birthday until after Friday night.
Yeah, you can delay it by a couple of days. I'm sure it'll all be good. So just talk to me about the
Yeah.
fight in Budapest and kind of the decision making and taking the fight.
Yeah, no, it was obviously I've done a bit of work out in Budapest before and completely different work, Instagram work and stuff like that. But then another opportunity presented itself, and we looked at it, we sat down, and it was everything that we wanted. This is a comeback fight, and it's I've been out the ring a while, so it's our own thing, it's our own show. It's called the Furies, and we're doing our own thing because I didn't want to play second fiddle to anybody because all I'd be doing is driving other people's promotion. And I don't feel like I was in a position that I needed to do that. So I held out, and we're here in Budapest. And I want to thank everyone that's put the show on, and it's our show. We're not playing second fiddle to anybody, and yeah, we're here and we're ready to perform. It was a great opportunity, and we just took it.
So in the future, will you be boxing on your own show? You wouldn't go to the Misfit shows or the Jake Paul shows?
No, why would I do that when I beat them both. I went to their show and I beat both of them. I don't care what they are and who they are. It don't make sense to me as a winner to box on the guy that I beat. I'm going to box underneath him on his undercard. How does that work? If they're not willing to play ball, no problem. We'll just go off and do our own thing like we've done. We've sold out this show. It's a sellout. So and it's in a different country that's not England. So that shows that the star power's there, the pulling power's there. And like I say, but we're not worried. We're in a position now. We're in a good position, and it's time to capitalize on that.
So if those fights were ever to happen, they would have to come to your show. There'll be no going to them.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, I'm sure we can figure out deals, later on in life, but I certainly ain't going on an undercard to KSI or Jake Paul. That'll never happen again, ever. So if I ever fight with them, it'll be fighting them. It will never ever be boxing undercard of them.
Is it true that I just wanted to double check if you go straight to the horse's mouth, but it's usually easier that way. Is it true that Jake Paul offered you the rematch a few months ago?
Jake Paul does a hell of a lot of talking. That's all you get from Jake Paul. Blah 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 blah. But the things he was coming out with, I'm sure as you all seen on Twitter, not necessarily true, but the stuff he was throwing out was just wild. Like he was offering less money than before, and I've got the win over him now. So at the end of the day, Jake Paul's not messing with a guy that needs a payday. I'm not bothered. I've gone out there and I did what I said I'd done. I've earned my money off Jake Paul. I've earned my money off KSI. I've beat them both, so I don't care if I never fight them again. But I'm not going to undervalue myself. I'd sooner not take the fight. So I don't care about that. Jake Paul's not messing with a 50-year-old man who needs a few quid. I'm not bothered. Money's not my god. I've made enough money and I'm happy in my life. So I don't need to sell myself like a prostitute for less money. I'm not going to do it. It makes no sense. So when he's ready to talk business sense and proper numbers, he knows where I am. I'm not hard to find.
What was the difference in dealing with the Jake Paul's guys and KSI's guys in terms of making the fight happen?
Um, to be honest with you, I've got a great team, and I don't really see a lot of that. My job's just to train and fight and be a fighter and train. That's why my team does what they do. So I don't really know the ins and outs of that, but the deals got made. I don't know which one was easier and which one was harder. Um, but the fights got made, and that's the main thing.
In your route in boxing nowadays, a few years ago you were saying wanted to be world champion. Is that still the case?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I'm only young. Just turned 26 yesterday. So, I think I can be in boxing for however long I want to be. I'm happy with, even now my career is so different to everybody else's. Like there's never been another boxer like me in this weird predicament, like of going down the professional fighting route, going down the YouTuber fighting space, what I've done and what I've earned in fucking 11 fights. Well, 10. This will be my 12th fight. I had one exhibition, so it's never been done before. So at the end of the day, boxing's give a lot to me, and I'm very thankful for it. But I'll take the right fights at the right time, and we'll just see where we are. And I'm not overlooking Friday. That's the fight tomorrow night, and that's all my attention's turned on.
No, and that's completely fair enough indeed. What about one person here though, Darren Till? Obviously, you pulled out against Darren. Would that be something you'd look to
Well,
reschedule?
there's no pulling out. The man just can't do business. I'm not even going to give him any airtime. Forget him. He's a bum. He's a nobody who couldn't make it in UFC. He got fired from the UFC, and now he's on Misfits fighting some clowns. So at the end of I'm not even going to give him any airtime. Not interested in Darren Till or anything that he's got to do or say.
You weren't impressed by his performance against Andy Taylor?
What, somebody I beat 4 years ago? Beat
He
him four
stopped it.
years ago. Oh, he stopped him, yeah, but he's useless. Anthony Taylor, what? And he was about 3 stone lighter on the night. What are we talking about here? Like, what? It's nothing. Anthony Taylor's a guy I beat 5 years ago. He was a midget, and Darren Till's meant to be an ex world champion challenger and all this sort of stuff. And he got his nose broke by him, and he got took near enough the full distance. Who's Darren Till trying to have a paycheck? He had his chance at earning some money, and he fucked it up because he's not got a business brain. He doesn't know what he's doing. So at the end of the day, Darren Till's taking his route, and I'm taking my route.
All right, so clearly the Darren Till fight is not on the cards. KSI had that fight against Dylan Dennis and pulled out. Your thoughts on KSI pulling out the fight against Dylan
Well,
Dennis with hand
he's just a
injury?
fool. He's just a fool, an absolute idiot. He never had the sniffles or whatever he had. He never had nothing wrong with him because apparently he was seen out at a concert on the night of the fight. Like the guy's just an idiot. He is what he is. I don't unless I'm fighting him. I don't ever want to speak about KSI ever again because to me he's just a bum. He's just a bum. That's it. He's just an aggravating person. I'm not even just saying it. I just don't like the man at all. And unless I'm fighting him and he's in front of me, I don't want to see him. I don't want to hear about him. I don't want to know anything he's doing. I'm just not interested. I couldn't even tell you what he's doing right now because I'm not interested.
That's fair enough then. We'll move on from KSI. You've got a very good team around you, a very solid team, a good base. Have you got a plan for the rest of this year, 2025? If so, can you name some names who you think you want to fight and kind of the way you want to structure going into 2025 and 2026?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's I'm not looking past Friday. I need to get Friday out the way, and deal with that, and then we can look at further fights. But for this year, I just want to be active. I want to have more fights. I've been out the ring for a long time, so I want to get the ring rust off in this fight, and I want to be out, back end of the year. And in terms for as opponents, I mean, I'm open to anyone. I mean, I don't pick my opponents. Offers come to the table. My dad and my team will look over them, and if they think it's good for me, then we'll take it. But I don't have that say. Whoever my dad says to fight, I fight. I don't know what I'm looking at in terms of an opponent. My dad's been doing this all of his life. He's seen a million different opponents. He knows what he's doing. So I put my full trust in him to pick the opponents and do everything right. And I'll just get in the ring.
Big John Fury has always been a character, whether you love him or hate him. He's always been quite a fighting man. Do you ever see him getting back in the ring? Will Big John Fury ever fight?
If you're paying the right amount of money, yeah, definitely. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. It's up to my dad. But I think if you give him the right paycheck, he'll get in there.
And then you keep saying about being on fighters undercards. One fighter I'm sure you wouldn't mind being on his undercard is Tyson Fury. Do you see Tyson returning at the end of this year to fight Anthony Joshua, who's been built up over the last few years?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's up to him really. I don't know. He might get bored and he might come out of retirement. He's done it before, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He's done everything he needs to do in boxing, to be honest. And this fight, it's just a money fight, isn't it? But he's earned enough money. He doesn't need any more money. He couldn't spend the money he's got. So if he's doing it for that, what's the point? Um, but I don't know. He doesn't. He hasn't got anything more to give in boxing. He's already given us so many memorable nights. He's already won everything. He's already done everything. So it's up to him if he returns or not. But I'd like to see him stay retired, to be honest.
We'll find out. We'll find out in the next few months. But yeah, Tommy, I do appreciate your time. I know you're very busy on fight week, and so everything's kind of very last minute with his own platform in the fight. But to tune in, what time is your fight on and the channel it's on for the zone?
Yeah, you can catch the fight tomorrow night. I think I'll be in the ring at about 9 o'clock. Somewhere around then, it'll be live on the zone. So yeah, catch it there. For everyone who came out, thank you very much, and for everyone watching at home, enjoy the fight.
Awesome, Tommy. Thanks very much, mate. I appreciate it.
Thank you.